no time here.
So we're gonna
Sounds
jump,
good.
we're gonna jump right in. Garrett's not coming. First, can we approve the minutes from last time, whenever that was?
So moved.
Second,
Any objections?
None.
none.
Okay, well, I'm gonna consider them approved. We'll move quickly. What things can I tell you? The beaver thing is going on. As usual, the new highway superintendent wants to use a trapper who only uses those conibear traps. And I've told him that basically we can't do that. He wants to use this guy because he's much cheaper, but it's illegal to use a conibear trap except in the case of an immediate threat to human health and safety, which I really don't think we have, and nobody has even tried to argue that we do. I don't know if we might want to use some of our budget to cover that. I mean, I don't know if he has a budget for that, a budget line for that in the highway
I'm sorry, when you say to cover that, what do you mean?
Well, it's going to be expensive. This guy was going to charge $500, and it's probably going to be 2 or 3 times that if he has to get a different trapper.
I see.
So we
Oh, I
might
see.
we
Okay.
might consider devoting a little bit of our budget because we don't really seem to be spending on anything this year.
Mhm.
But I don't think we really have to deal with that right now. Really, I mean, we're not called upon to take any action right now. This is just for your information.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
quick question. We're talking about trapping and not, he's doing the clean out and the removal of all the debris that goes in there. And I know there's a lot, and I know it's like 2 or 3 times a week they're down there doing it.
Yeah, they want to trap them out again. And there's an awful lot of beavers up there. If you've been up to the top of this brook, it's just insane up there.
The whole landscape has changed dramatically. It's significant.
Oh, interesting.
I'm a little bit worried about the water flow into the lake because an awful lot of the surface water that enters the lake, or the stream water that enters the lake, comes from up there. And the other stream, Scary Brook, I guess it is, or it might be a different one. Anyway, the other stream that comes down from like Ethier's Pond, I don't think is obstructed, but last time I was up there, obviously the water's really low. There was nothing coming out of Fisk Pond, nothing at all. And then below it, it was all swamp.
I agree with you, Kat. Yes, I think it's concerning.
Yeah.
But I don't know what we can do about it because Wendell, I believe, has chosen to live and let live with the beavers.
I think that that's a requirement of their of the bequest that they received.
I believe you're correct.
Yeah, so they don't have too many choices either.
No.
So I don't really know how that would work. And it may be that once we start getting some rainfall, the problem will to some extent take care of itself, but I don't really know.
I don't know. If anybody wants to walk back there sometime, you know, I'm happy to show them, and I'm sure you are too, Kat, but it's quite striking, the changes.
I'd love to go back there with you guys sometime.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be, I would like to also.
Okay, well, we'll take a little field trip back there and have a look. Another thing I can tell you is that, as you've noticed, that 56 Wendell Road is not down, but the owner is working with a demolition person, and they are preparing a permit application for the building inspector, which has to happen. So there does seem to be some movement happening.
Good. That was not on our agenda, I don't think. Was it?
No, it was just updates as needed.
Right, updates as needed. And I had been wondering about that. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he does seem to be making some progress. I'll check in with him again and see what's up. Last time we communicated, he said he had a short list for himself and for the demolition person to get that permit ready.
Okay.
We now have at the collaborative an inspector person who can help us, and he can't yet review septic system applications, but he's going to learn that. Apparently his name is Mike, and he is actually helping us out this week. I think tomorrow he's going to witness 2 perk tests because Claudia can't. She's having hand surgery or something, and she can't do it. So this is a really good thing.
So he can be a kind of a backup to Claudia, is that right?
Exactly. Yeah.
He
I,
does have, he has his fit food training, and other kinds of things that he's already completed. He's working on soil inspector. But the other news is that Megan has recently completed her soil inspection and Title V certification. So she's also available for backup.
Cool.
Yeah.
Great.
And I was going to ask Garrett, I don't have her phone number, but I do have her email. The new contact person for the collaborative is, she's the administrative assistant. Her name is Mary Bordeaux, Bordeau. And if we do have requests for Mike's time, or Megan's for that matter, while Mike is getting all his certifications, we should contact Mary. And as I said, I do have her
Okay.
email, and I can send that around to everyone if you, I don't know,
Okay.
do you have it, Kat? Did you know that?
Was it on that list of new emails?
I believe it was. Yes,
Okay.
it was. It was.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I did send that around to everyone.
Right, yeah, and so Sarah has a new email too, which I'll send out to
Mhm.
the community at large.
Okay.
Yes, that'd be
But-
good.
And she's got some Stop the Bleed training sometime in December that I'll send out a notice about that too.
Okay.
Her UTI training was quite good. I went to that, and
Mhm.
there were 10 people that attended. So I thought that was,
Excellent.
That's
yeah.
not bad. That's pretty good.
Did that happen in Leverett or in Shutesbury?
It happened in Shutesbury at one of the lunches for senior citizens.
Excellent.
So
Okay.
yeah, it was really,
Great.
really
Right.
good.
Yeah, good way to get people together
Yeah.
who might not come out just for a talk. Is there anything that I'm leaving out?
I have an update, just something to mention, and that is that I attended today a training that was for, it was a training on a new form that is required for licensing of recreational camps for children. And I just wanted to know what was out there, not that we or I do the inspections and the reporting, but I
Mhm.
wanted to know what was going on because there was such a snafu last spring and early summer. And I want us to be kind of out in front of that this next spring. Okay. So I just attended this training. It was very straightforward. It's just electronic reporting when a license is granted.
Mhm.
So just let you know that, and I'll bring this up again when we're later in the winter about let's coordinate this so Victoria at Morse Hill is not up against a big crunch with her opening date for her season. Okay?
Okay, that's great. Thanks for doing that and going to the. Do we have any other updates to do?
Yes, I'd like to update a little bit on the opioid settlement funds. Kat, we've been talking about that, and I'll just say it up front while I'm thinking about it. I had mentioned to Sarah perhaps coming to our meeting, and I know she sent me, I think 3 emails with some of the proposals and things she's doing with Leverett. Did you get those too, Kat? Or did
Yes,
we
I
all
did.
did we all get them, or just?
I'm not sure.
I don't think I did.
Anyway, okay, I'm wondering if the whole board would like to hear from her and hear what she's doing. I think that might be useful. She's willing to sit in on one of our meetings.
Yeah, if we can get her, she's got a family and so she's
I
busy
know.
in the evenings.
But when I talked to her, she was willing
Right.
to, make a quick presentation, probably not more than 15 minutes.
Okay.
What I'm leaning toward, this is just my own bias, is I think I reported last time, Greenfield is going its own way in terms of
Mhm.
opioid spending, and they're doing a survey and working with a committee to try and figure out what's best for Greenfield. Sounds like Deerfield may be going in the same direction. So really the only towns we would be sharing with now is Montague is still out there. They've got about $35,000 in their pot. Ourselves, Leverett and Sunderland has not worked on it at all. So if we did want to pool money, that would be the pooling group now. We're probably looking at more like, I'm just guessing now,
And when you
between
said,
45 and $50,000 a year. I'm just guessing.
Wow.
you
That's
said you
a
were
lot.
leaning toward, and then
Well, I'm
you're
leaning
toward
I'm
what?
sorry. This year I'm leaning toward hearing from Sarah about what her proposal's on. She's already working independently with Leverett. They're spending their funds for this year. I'm thinking we should talk to Sarah perhaps at our next meeting. Think about spending our own funds to do something similar to what Leverett is doing and what she's already working on with them, which includes a survey to find out what's going on in the community that she's already written and beginning to implement there. And then decide down the road if we in fact want to try and do something larger and more sustainable with the other towns.
That seems reasonable.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, I'll see if I can get Sarah for our next meeting.
great. I have one final thing, and that is the posts for the collaborative meeting apparently can be posted one time on the Greenfield City website. They don't have to be posted individually on our towns,
Okay,
like they did in the past. I think Megan is supposed to be sending out instructions. It's supposed to be a simpler way for posting for that public meeting. Megan is supposed to send us instructions for how that's going to work, but I haven't seen those yet. So I may need to remind her to do that. And I will share them with you, Kat.
okay.
And perhaps I should share them with town clerk too.
Mhm.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
That's all I have.
Speaking of meetings, I noticed there's a MEFCO membership meeting.
Oh,
Membership
yes.
meeting coming up. Do you have no offhand when that is?
I don't recall. I did see it. They know they changed their meeting day, Kat. So
I read the agenda. There was nothing that really jumped out as like, oh, this is vital. It was like approving the mission statement and I forget what else, but
I think the thing is that if we don't attend a certain number of the meetings, we'll lose our vote.
I say,
Is that
yes,
right, Maureen?
yes, that's correct. And I'm not sure if I'm the designated person or if Garrett is at this point.
Yeah, I think it's one or the other, and the second one is a backup. Wim, do you
Right.
want to leave?
What time is it now? Yeah,
7:16.
there are probably no more actionable items, right?
Right, we didn't have any to begin with, right?
Yeah. So
So,
I'm sorry about the rush.
you're out of here.
All
yeah,
right,
just get out. Right?
all right. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye,
Wim.
Wim.
Thank you
Thanks
for
for
coming.
coming. So we don't have to like all plan to go to the meeting as long as
Right.
somebody from
No.
Shutesbury goes.
What
Right.
was the date of it again?
I don't know.
I can't remember either. I have it in email. Don't knock yourself out.
Yeah, I have it in email and I put it in my phone too, so we
Yeah.
have it. And
Um,
we just need to make sure somebody goes.
yeah, can somebody else go? I feel like I spent a lot of years going to those.
Oh yeah, you have.
Not that you guys haven't at 30 years plus put your time in for sure.
Well, you've been on it almost as long. Well, I'll see if Garrett is going, and if not, I'll possibly I can go depending on what night it is.
Okay.
Maybe I can spot that right now.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to,
I'm looking up the email. It was from Randy Cardinal. Here it is.
yes.
Tuesday, December 10th at 5 o'clock. Full coalition meeting.
Okay.
And here's my calendar.
Okay, and so our first meeting in December is the 4th, I think. Is that right?
That would be right.
The 3rd and the 4th, and then we'll have another one on the 18th. So we can make sure at that meeting that we have somebody to
Yeah,
represent
sure. Okay, great.
that meeting. We don't have to think about it right now. In December, we have a couple of meetings that we can do, and then in January, the first Wednesday is January 1st. So
Oh, yeah.
we'll only be having probably only one meeting. There's something afoot with Zoom. They are working on a plan for having more access points to Zoom, possibly even for each committee to have its own. So if we have that, it'll be a lot easier for us to have meetings at odd times if we need them. But that's presumably something that's going to happen after the first of the year. And I don't think I have anything else to bring up.
Nor do I.
No, I think just the one other thing to say out loud is I believe Claudia did get back to me and she is going to try and attend the relevant software training, Kat, and
That'd be great.
she hasn't said anything. She hasn't requested that we pick up the iPad for her, but that's a possibility once it gets loaded up with the software that we might need to pick it up. Although I think no, I think you're right. I think she has to sign for it. I think the person who's using it has to sign for it. Yeah.
She asked if we could get it for her,
Yep.
but she has to sign for it.
Yep, I
And
think that's true.
Apparently there's no, from what I understand, there's no way of delivering it and having her sign off-site.
Yeah, I believe that is the case, Kat. Sorry, I was just sort of thinking that through as I spoke, but I think we did track that down and that was the case. Okay,
Is that relevant software, is that going to affect anything that we do as the board?
no, it's just the reporting software that Claudia uses, and I believe it's only for food service, so it's probably only for the AC. I
And
think
the
that's the
school.
only food service
School.
the
You
school.
have to do
The
This is
school.
school.
Yeah.
And
The school kitchen.
she also inspects Sirius.
Oh, okay. And
And
perhaps
does she do anything with
camp?
the Lake Association?
No, we don't
Only-
have meals
Okay.
anymore. We
All
just
right.
have potlucks.
Only if they have some kind of event with food service, and then they get a 1-day permit and she has
I
to.
see. Okay.
And I guess it wouldn't involve the Morse Hill because that's all bag lunches, I think.
Right. They all bring their own.
Right.
But what do they do for the overnights? I forget. Okay.
Maybe they bring that too. I don't know.
Okay, so there are more food service facilities than I had recalled. So yeah.
Okay. Well, I have an idea. We're done.
It sounds like it.
I move we go ahead. Go
Oh.
ahead, Arlene.
I move we adjourn.
Second.
Okay. Well, I don't think I'll find anybody not in favor. So have a nice Thanksgiving, you guys. And
Oh, to you too.
You as well.
Yeah.
we'll see you at the beginning of December.
Yes,
Yes.
she will.
And
Okay.
maybe I'll see some of you tomorrow.
Yes.
Oh,
I think I will be there.
Is there dinner tomorrow?
There is. It's turkey shepherd's pie.
And
Turkey
it's the
shepherd's pie.
following
That
week
sounds
that
pretty
it's-
good. Okay.
There's, that's the following week is Thanksgiving.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. So,
Right.
okay.
Okay, good. Thanks for
Okay.
telling me what it is.
Right.
All right.
Bye, everyone.
Nice to see you guys. Bye.
Good
Ditto.
night.
Bye.